I was pastoring the church in Houston, and a friend of mine in Houston, he said to me, "You're going out there, it's a little bit remote, about 100 miles out of Calcutta. Will you go preach for me?" And I said, "Yes, I sure will go." We made it finally, and I thought to myself, this place is so remote, you know. When I got out there for the service, there were about 50 people out there. I preached the gospel. And after the service, the pastor of that place, he said to me, "We really need help. No one knows we're here. We're very remote. The adults will go home, but these 25 children are living with me." The day I came, among them, they had split 2 pounds of rice. It was 26 of them. And God spoke to my heart and said, I did a lot in your life. Now do something for these children. They are my children. That's why God changed my life. Turned me around. A think tank out of Australia recently wrote a piece that said there are 31 million slaves in the world today. Of that, 16 million slaves are in India. The story begins with a family that finds themselves with insurmountable debt. The lender is a landlord, and he keeps them sinking deeper and deeper into an infinite cycle because of the exorbitant interest at which they borrow the money. And they can never work it off, no matter how long and how hard they try. And it compounds year after year for generations. There are literally millions of children in India who are working to pay off the indebtedness of their parents. Children were born to be educated, they were born to play, to eat, to be a child. But because of the economic necessities at home, they have to get into work. These are the children we're focusing on because no child should ever be not wanted. If we give them an opportunity to get out of bondage slavery, there's no legal clause binding them, and through education in Good News India, they can break the cycle of poverty. There are 3 factors that make a girl get into the category of high risk. One is an absentee father. Second is a mother who is struggling. And third is extreme poverty. We have hundreds of villages where you cannot find a girl under 9 or 10 because they've been trafficked away. Our goal is to get to them before they are ever trafficked out. We have about 600 girls that have been rescued before they ever got into the brothels. There is no value you can place on the life of a little girl whose life would be thoroughly and utterly destroyed because of what happens in the brothels. India is one of the few countries in the world where leprosy is still very prevalent. And God began to deal with my heart about working with the lepers. So we began to establish an outreach to lepers. We've taken over 6 leper colonies. We provide for all of their needs. And then we established our own leper home where we have 50 adults and about 130 children. Their lives have been so broken, shattered, destroyed. They need a place just of hope and refuge and love. So we call it an Astroy Center, which is a place of refuge, and they have come to us to die. But we've got their children. These children had faced so much hate and prejudice in their lives, they would not look up. They never smiled. They never felt like they could do anything because they were children of lepers. And so when I saw that, I just got deeply involved in their world. I felt I just had to do something. I came one time to say to them, what would you like? You want clothes, you want toys, you want gifts? They said, build us our own school. We were able to build the school and start our own school because the nearby towns would not. I've seen them change because they knew that they have an avenue, a way to get out of that deep prejudice they were locked into. There is more of Jesus here than anywhere else. Around us were the Lotha community people, a violent group, 80, 100,000 people who are savage, tribal, back in their ways. They were all around us, and because of that, we began an extension to reach them. We have 7 dream centers in the area, and all around the area there are Lotha communities. So because they're here, we have to reach them, and I believe God has connected us in this place with these poverty-stricken children among the violent Lothas, and we have to reach them. I believe that's the will of God. Twice now, the police commissioner has sent for me. And he said to me, I don't know what you're doing, but since you've gone into the area and you've established that dream center, crime in this community has dropped 95% because of the presence of this dream center and the hope that it has brought to the children of these Lotha community around here. We are the world's largest organization that has a network of dream centers which run a 24/7 care. So these children live with us 24 hours a day. And the other thing is we are committed to taking them through university. After high school, if a child goes home, he goes back into poverty. But if we can give them a university education, a Bible college degree, or a VOTEC, they'll have a tool by which they can make a living the rest of their lives. My goal is 100 dream centers scattered across Eastern India with at least 10, 15, maybe 20,000 children rescued from slavery, rescued from being child trafficked into a bright hope in the future.